The F and F chord, let's talk about it. Cool, right? So now I have a C chord. I'm going to maneuver my middle and little finger, and now I'm going to move the whole thing up 2 frets. And now I've got my 1, 4, 5 in the key of C. This is a great way to get yourself going, right? To the F, to the G. Now I've got C, F, and G, which is my key of C. And you can see I'm not doing a lot of motion. I'm not moving everything over here, I'm moving everything over here. There's advantages to playing chords in different shapes because open strings give us a different sound than closed or fretted strings. But right now, we're just trying to get our brain wrapped around that F chord. So we're looking at this. We've got a couple cool drills. We've got the C to the F moving the second and third finger. We've got holding the C, moving the second finger and the little finger, and then shifting that up, right? Okay. We're gonna do one more crazy thing with the F chord here, and you're not gonna like it, but it's gonna be cool and it's gonna help you out a whole lot. This is the F bar chord. And if you know your E chord, you'll see it looks like an E chord moved up, adding this bar. And that is a great insight into how the guitar works in terms of getting up and down the neck, is if we learn how to close off the 0 fret or the nut. So if I was to play an E chord here, move it up 1 fret, and then bring this nut up 1 fret, I'd have an F chord. But either way, I've got 1st fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 1st fret. It's going to seem impossible, but that's okay. So I want you to take this shape and we're going to break it into chunks. Here's your low chunk. 1st fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret. 1, 3, 3 on your bass strings. Looks like that. This finger's not doing anything. I'm just playing the 6th, 5th, and 4th string. Sounds like this. Good. I'm going to release the index finger. I'm going to bring the middle finger over to the 3rd string, the G string, 2nd fret. And I'm going to play those 3 notes. Third fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. Remember, you can pause this video anytime to try this out. Then I'm going to bring my index finger over to the 1st fret on the 2nd string. You know, I'm going to leave my pinky there because it's not hurting anybody. But now over here, I'm going to pick 4, 3, 2, or the D, G, B strings. Okay, that one looks like this. And then finally, I'm going to squash that index finger and bring that middle finger over, and I'm going to play these 3 notes here. I got a little buzz there on the 1st string. Don't worry about it. You'll find it. Once the fingers find the sound, they'll communicate with the brain that that worked, and the brain will start telling the fingers what they need to do. But you can see I'm squashing this pretty good here to get that down. In the beginning, you may get some thunkiness there. Don't get frustrated, okay? This is probably the trickiest part on the guitar to get clean sounds, and it seems like a cruel joke that we've got to get this down for our F chord. So check that out. That's what that one looks like there. I've got 2 strings barred in the 1st fret, middle finger's coming over to the 3rd string. Now what I end up here is groupings of 3 notes for the F chord. I've got this chunk in the bottom here. That's not technically a triad. We would call that a power chord. But the next 3 notes, that qualifies as an F chord. The next 3 notes is another F chord, and the next 3 notes is another F chord. So I could play this as my F chord, this, or this. So if you mess around with the F chord for a couple minutes every day, your hand will hate you, but you'll start to get it down a little bit. And it's a very necessary chord to get down in guitar playing because guitar really favors the G and the C forms. And once you get into those, you'll find that with a capo, like I said, you can get into all the keys and play songs in your favorite singing key and whatnot, or accompany somebody else. So you're trying to just get the fingers familiar with this, and this is definitely a workout. I would do this a few minutes every day, or maybe a few minutes in the morning, a few minutes later in the day. You can call it your hate in the F practice time, but I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of serious. It's super, it's really frustrating to work on something and have it sound kind of crappy. So you just need to know that you're not alone in those struggles, and that there's other ways to approach it. My favorite out of all of these is to hold the C chord, add the little finger, and move the middle finger over, because now I can move up and get a G chord. I can move these four strings, these four fingers around, and get a lot of stuff. See how easy that looks. Obviously, I've practiced a lot and taught my fingers to work together, and also taught them how to anchor and hold their place. So that's what you're trying to do. But like I said, pick one of those methods, fool around with it a bunch, and take your time. You're gonna have to, I don't know, get some Scooby snacks or something, because you're gonna have to keep yourself engaged and stay positive. You'll get it, okay? You'll get it. All right. Good luck.